Air Jordans, and I like them. I didn't want to ruin them. If you want to put them out, we should put them out.
Oh my God, what a game, guys.
If you're asking me questions about what change I made in the second or third set, I'm not going to remember.
I remember.
Ask them. I can't remember.
Whew, I'm sticky.
Yeah, right. I know where you're. Oh, you got your put it back. Awesome.
You know, they got good champagne for us.
I know, like, this is a
very
good
proud
club.
of it. I'm
A
very
good
proud of
club
it.
gets you good champagne.
Very proud of it.
Good club gets you good champagne.
And fried chicken.
Oh, we got fried chicken, too. I would like Taco Bell. Sponsor me, Taco Bell. So should we open up the floor with one clean up? Okay.
Oh my God. Are we gonna cry?
No, I feel like I've had enough champagne. I'm not going to cry. You know, I thought we had a really shaky start to the game, but I never stopped believing this team could come back. We were just trying different things and making some changes. I think we saw players work through some challenging play in the beginning. You know, I thought our outsides who score quite freely, they had to really work for it in the first few sets. So to see them stay in the game and keep trying to find answers, that's so impressive. I think that speaks to the level of maturity for our very young attackers. Okay, we forget that our attackers are really young, and at no stage did they stop trying to find answers. And I don't think at any stage we gave up. And so I knew once we got to the fifth, it was going to be, you know, whoever went out in front first. So, you know, nothing mattered once you got to the fifth. It didn't matter how you'd played or the errors you'd made. Once you got to the fifth, it was 0-0, first to 15, and that's all we talked about in our timeout. So. Is that real good?
I think that was awesome.
Thank you.
So I know you talked about going into the fifth, but kind of what did you notice in the fourth set? I saw you all started talking to the team before the fourth.
I mean, we handled the fourth set pretty well. I think it was the third set where I kind of got a little bit going into the fourth set. I got a little bit fired up in the timeout and maybe dropped some inappropriate language. So, but it was more like just to fire them up. Like, we've got this. Like, don't throw Plan A out the window if we haven't fully committed to Plan A. Like, we're kind of trying to go to Plan B at that moment. I think there was also, you know, we got tentative and we lost some aggression, and I think it's just reminding them, like, we are at our best when we're taking risks. We're at our best when we're aggressive. And, you know, if we're going to lose this game, we will absolutely regret it if we don't put everything out there. If we're tentative in any way and lose it, we will regret it. And I think it was just reminding them of that. I mean, we've got amazing athletes who are incredible competitors, so they rise to that. I wasn't sure if it was going to go either way there after having those words, but they responded super well.
And one night, Sophia, Shannon talked about outside hitters kind of struggling in the early set. Just how did you feel as the game wore on?
I mean, it was definitely hard. Like, we were trying to open shots for us, and they were playing great defense. Anytime I wanted to go like deep cross, someone was there, or like they were touching everything. And I think just the patience. It was the key. Like, we were just like going high line, like it wasn't there, or like keep trying one, like again. I think that was the key. Like, we started passing well at the end, so that made it easier.
I don't want to speak for Natty, but when Sophia, she caught fire in the fourth. As soon as I saw that, like, there's a version of Sophia that becomes unstoppable, and once that happened, Natty started feeding her balls, and I'm like, yeah, we got this. Like, right away in the fourth, was like, if we go to 5, like, Sophia and Natty are gonna take us home. Like, it was, you can feel it when that happens.
Well, I told her after the second set, I said, put the cape on. And she did. She did. Put that cape on, girl, because we need you right now. Yeah. You executed so well, but yeah.
But I mean, Natty, I think she was also never stopping to try and find answers. We had a game plan offensively that included a back row D, more of a back row D, and it wasn't working at all. And then we had to shift completely and go to more of a BIC, and she was all in and trying to find answers offensively. The distribution, she got into a rhythm in the third. I mean, the third set wasn't our best set, but she did get into a rhythm which saw better distribution, and it was, you just knew we were in good hands. Like, yeah.
Something shifted. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I can't explain it, but even like we would look at each other and we would just know. Yeah. And that is just a connection that, as a setter, when you have a hitter like Sophia, it's a dream, you know, because we both knew we are going to change this game, like, for sure, and without words. So I'm proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
You killed it tonight.
Are we gonna cry?
I had too much champagne. I'm just kidding.
Work on that.
So there is a Major League Volleyball fan Discord, and our friends over there like to say, Nati does not care if she lives or dies on defense. Right? You run all over the court. You read on defense really, really well. Obviously I think we've seen you play like that all year, but this was another level. What are you going, how important is defense to you in these games? And what's your approach?
I don't think I was playing good defense the first 2 sets, to be honest. I was behind the block a lot. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, something shifted in my brain where I was like, I'm not letting this drop. And it happened. I think defense is a mentality. And me like everybody likes to say, an undersized setter, I've always, my whole life, just thrive on defense because that's the one skill that I can control. You know, if I'm relentless on defense, that feeds off of my team. And that's what I did. I just said, look, guys, stop talking and let's focus on our job. Everybody focus on their job and do it well. And by me just saying that out loud, I focused on what I needed to do for this team to just execute. And I remember the first 2 sets, I'm like, damn, I actually should have gotten that ball up. But after, I don't know, I was locked in. And I love when that happens. As a player, you just want to feel the game and just understand it. And to be honest, on the 4th set, I just knew. I knew.
I think not enough people talk about the level of leadership that we have in Nati. She's an Olympian. Like, she's played on the world stage and for years. And so her level of experience and her understanding of what a positive and effective leader is just invaluable. There's not a world in which we are winning this championship without her as captain. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Like, I just think we don't talk about it enough. I think she gets a little bit unnoticed because she is undersized, but there wasn't a setter I wanted more than Nati when we started to build this team. I wanted to build a team around her and the values that she brought to the team and just how accountable she holds people. But her level of experience in games like that, like it's almost you kind of hand the reins over a little bit. My words are words. It's her talking to her teammates, and there's not a world in which we win in 5 in a championship game without a leader like Nati. And I don't think that gets enough attention. So apologize for the tears, but
I'm grateful for you.
Super
Shannon.
grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you.
All were good.
Bring out the go.
I know. We'll ask you like.
With Shannon, I hope this question doesn't make you cry as well.
I'm an emotional human.
Come on.
Perry's in the room.
I'm kidding. Sean, I'm kidding.
But I love what you said on stage after the game. You said you had a point to prove, and now you proved it. It's pretty clear nobody expected you to be on this stage tonight, especially holding the trophy. Just how proud of you of the resilience your team has showed throughout the whole season and tonight.
I'm super proud of this team. I think I love that they ranked us 6th in the start of the year. I think that we were really intentional with who we brought to Dallas. I talked to every single athlete before we signed them. There's a certain type of athlete we want to bring here, and athletes who get ranked 6th it's perfect for our group of athletes. I think our resiliency is shown throughout the year. We've never stayed, we talk about this all the time, we've never stayed too long in the highs or too long in the lows. Like, it's volleyball at the end of the day. Like, we're supposed to enjoy it, we're supposed to have fun, but no one should ever count us out. It's because we went to 5th, and like, gosh, we have a pretty good record in 5. And yeah, I mean, we had a saying at the start
We
of our
only
gym.
lost 1 in
I
5.
think we lost 1, and there was in San Diego, yeah. At the start of the year, I kind of put up a quote and just said, this club has no past. It only has beginnings, so we need to make our mark. And today, I think we very much made our mark. And next year is going to be tough to live up to this. Like, this is an incredible team. It will be a very different team next year. And I'm very grateful for this year. Very, very grateful for this team.
And this is obviously a tremendous memory to have to share with all your players and yourself and your family. What's something you're going to take away from this season that you think you're going to remember the most? Is it this championship, or is it just a journey it took to get here?
Go for it.
Definitely the journey. Like, when we got there December 1st, our first practice, I was like, oh no. We got a lot of work to do, guys. Yeah. And we knew that. We knew we weren't good enough yet. And Shannon just set the standards from the beginning. She didn't let us forget, this is what we're here to do, and we need to meet these standards. And every day we just came into the gym and just got better. And it was hard. It was hard at times because, during a long season like this one, there's ups and downs. There's a lot of personalities to deal with. And, as long as you stay positive and you're encouraging each other, that's what matters. And that's what I'm proud of this team about. We truly, ups and downs, didn't matter. We encouraged each other. We lifted each other up. And that's really rare to find in a professional team. So I don't know if
we were in Orlando. I think when we beat Orlando in 5, it was early on the season, and we weren't sure how the season was going to go. And we came back. We reverse swept and won in 5. And at the end of the night, every single player hung out together to celebrate the night. And Natty came up to us coaches who were celebrating somewhere else, and she's like, I don't think they realize how rare this is. And we wanted players who were going to, really invest in connecting with each other. And it sounds rich in this day and age, but relationships are really important. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're gonna go out there and come back from big, from lows and come back from inconsistencies, you have to feel safe with the people around you. And I think that these players really invested in connecting to one another, and they're an incredible group. I'd say it's definitely renewed my faith in coaching, and just has had such a positive impact on me as a coach.
For sure.
I'm gonna cry again.
Hey, I might cry like 5 different times.
Every trip to Dallas, it means like I'm feeling well.
Woo!
Yes.
Just wanted to ask you, Coach, just about bringing the championship here in your first year, and this is a hotbed for volleyball, what it means, what you hope this message sends to the young girls that came out and cheered you on as fans and want to see themselves in your position one year.
The environment in Dallas has been amazing. Tonight was incredible. We could hear them, and we were, we were down in sets, and we could hear them chanting Dallas. Like, we could hear them, and that has an impact on you. It feels like home. None of us are Dallas natives, and it feels like home. I think we've built an incredible fan base. There's a huge volleyball community here. We hope to continue to build on, what we've established here in year one. If anything, I want young girls and women, I think of all ages, to understand, like, man, break the barriers, like, don't stay in the box, like, go out there, put yourself out there, and if you fail, so be it, but fail trying to do something big, and fail doing something you truly believe in. I think that's super important. I think we always want to be reserved because we don't want to break what people or fail on what's expected of us, and I think it's important to see these women out there that, like, you know what, we're just going for it, and I think that's really important for young girls to see.
In the fourth set, you said something that, like, stuck to me.
Did it have a swear word?
No, probably a little bit. But she just said, "Let's just leave this court being aggressive, being who we are." And I mean, sorry, I'm bringing up a mistake you made, but the very
first one,
the very first point, Sophia hit this ball like harder than I don't know, like, and I'm like, good job, like, let's just be aggressive, and I think that just really truly brought us back, like, we weren't being ourselves at all, and I don't know, it's just, again, it shifted. That feeling is just shifted, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I do think we sometimes get into a world stage like that, or sorry, I'm not coaching internationally, but when we get on a stage like that, we sometimes just don't want to put ourselves out there because we don't want to feel silly or really show that we truly care enough, or we really want to go for it because we don't want to get crash blocked. So to see women out there, like Sophia went after it, she got blocked. But she went after it. So what are we going to talk about? The fact that she got blocked or the fact that she freaking went after it? Mm-hmm. I want women to get after it. I want all athletes to get after it. And if we lose getting after it, then I'll take that loss any day of the week. So, I think you kind of crushed it after that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, I'm that kind of a player that if you let me just go for it and, like, not really worrying about mistakes and all that, I think it's something that can turn me on a lot. So I think that literally I was just going to say that stick in my mind too at that moment. I was like, okay, now I can, I mean, it's not that I couldn't do it before, but it was so hard to score. Then whenever she said it, I was like, okay, we're down 2-1, like if I keep missing, we we were missing too. So if I go aggressive, then at least I know my idea was right, you know. So I think something shift also with Mimi. Like she will go so aggressive and like probably miss for a little bit, but like we knew the ideas were there. So
Still a good hit.
yeah,
Still was a great hit.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
Yeah, I think we talked in the change room too about, you know, being fearless and you have to like want to win, but you can't be afraid to lose. And I think it took us till about the fourth set to really buy into that. Like we snuck through in the second and that kind of helped us survive. But once we got to the fourth, like finally we were going, all right, we're going to play fearless because now what do we have to lose? And I think that was really important for our team.
Tedrick with the volleyball project. Can you take us through when you guys arrived at noon? What is that feeling like arriving, coming here, playing for a championship? Can you take us through what you guys were thinking?
you guys, I forgot the game was at 2. And what time is it right now?
at first, yeah.
We have
5?
so that's the night later.
At least till daylight out.
A little night patio.
Ooh, I don't know. I've talked about these a couple times where I prepare for every game the same. Like I don't go up or too low on my routine in preparation. You know, sometimes today, like there's a couple times where I needed to be like, it's just volleyball. It's just another game. Like prepare the same. And I do the same thing every game day. Like I do not change. And I think that's super important for us because there's so many distractions as athletes, especially when it comes to a championship match, that you can get caught up on just that instead of just enjoying what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, we do this because we love it and we want to have fun. So I've had a lot of experience with game days and today wasn't an exception. I think it's truly the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it was at 2. I mean, they woke me up too early.
Yeah. She's not a morning person.
Ooh, Shannon told me 2 days ago, you were lucky I like you.
Yeah, she showed up 4 minutes later. I'm like, you're lucky I like you. I think the biggest mistake people make in these you know, high stakes moments are they try and do more. And we've said in our gym, like it's business as usual.
Yeah.
Like we show up at 12:20, we are ourselves. Like we do our usual routine that we've done for the last 29 games, and we're going to do it again. And I think the biggest mistake you make when there's something on the line is you try and add something, you try and do something more. So I was pleased to see it was business as usual. Obviously, we had a few nerves in the beginning, but it was business as usual for us.
Yeah.
And
Remember when you said, don't go taking your trash out on game day or something like that?
I said, don't go renewing your car insurance on game day.
Right.
Wait till Monday.
I can wait later.
I can wait till Monday.
Actually, today I was going to take the trash out, and I'm like, I shouldn't do
Shannon said Monday. Our trash doesn't come on Saturdays.
I know. That was pretty funny, actually.
Wow, the things that stick out.
Hey, they
Wish it was
stick out.
inspirational.
They stick out. Oh, that's fair.
Shannon, so everyone's already asked my question, so I'm just going to have you comment on the blocking, especially in the second set. Tristan, or like your whole front row, I think there was 6 blocks, like 6 attacks in a row. That was just awesome. So kind of talk about the blocking today.
Yeah, well, in the first set, we were really struggling with reaching on the ball. Like we were just going up there and chasing the ball. Our lineup was okay, but we were chasing the ball, and that was allowing them to drain us and to get some touches that weren't allowing us to dig. So wanted to just remind the blockers, like, hey, we're actually lined up pretty well here. We have to go straight over. Mm-hmm. We have to take space away from them a lot quicker. And I thought they responded really, really well. We've been a good blocking team all season. I think we're somewhere up high in the stats of blocking.
Number 1.
Oh, we're quite good.
For sure.
Quite good. And that brought us back into the game. I also think when you get a big block, there's nothing more that kind of gets the team going. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's really what we focused on. The first set, we were really chasing the ball a little bit.
Thank you. Sophia, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
Go Mexico!
Or not little, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Again, everyone's kind of asked the questions that I wanted to, but I kind of want to hear what you were thinking about on all of those Bics. You just always saw like the back, foot of the court, either in zone 5, zone 1. Like your vision was just insane on those Bics. So just kind of talk about, I don't know.
I mean, I think my confidence was also with Nati, like looking at her and knowing that she was gonna set me, like especially in transition, we looked like we made eye contact, and I would say like,
Yes.
not words, but like
But with her eyes, she's like, give me the
yeah, and like just knowing that she trusts me, and like or middles, I will tell my or middles like do your approach hard because I'm running just behind you, and I need you to take someone from the block, you know. Yeah, I mean, and those really with a lot of pressure moments, I would just tell myself trust in your vision. Like whenever I see something, I will just go for it, and I think it's just a lot about confidence that the team gave me, and knowing that everyone will do their job, you know, like a good pass, good set, or Miro's running on time, and yeah, I mean, I executed, but it was like a whole thing around me, so.
That's how it kind of lit the fire too, I think, for your bit. Like, it started with your bit. You started to get your rhythm in the bic, and then you moved.
No, but
Yeah, at
you
some
told me
point I
that.
was like, no, I just want to go big. Like,
Yeah.
Because we tried the deep too much.
we tried.
But Shannon was like, hey, that big is up in transition. Like, the middle's moving towards 4 in transition. And I was like, say no more. I got 2 great big hitters in this team. I don't care.
100%.
Yeah.
One more for me, sorry. So, Nadia, I kind of want to hear about the 3 straight dinks that you had. Like, and just if you stuck them like just water straight up, you know, and then I think that was part of, you know, just that spark that kind of got the team going. So after those dinks, what was the team saying in the huddles? Like, good job, like, let's go.
I mean, I think it started with Kylie.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, her defensive shifted.
It's just, she was literally going into this every single hit they had. She was getting hit in the chest.
Yeah, she hit up on the shoulder.
Yeah. I'm like, she did not care if she got blasted in the face. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna do the same, you know? And I was yelling baby food the whole time, but it wasn't baby food. I'm not like discrediting anybody. I think they were great hits, but in my mind, I'm like, again, defense is a mentality. And I was just like, I got this. I was yelling, vamos, let's go. I don't even know what I was doing, but it just locked in. Yeah.
Kylie lit that fire too.
For
But
sure.
She had a in that third set, she had struggled a little bit, and then she came in the 4th, and she had lit the fire with defense. And
She
is
definitely did.
100% the most underrated libero in this whole league, and gets 0 credit, and she deserves the world. Like, she is a top libero in this league, and the backbone of our team defensively as well as on reception. So
Best
0
passer
credit.
on the league. She's the best passer on the league.
And 0 recognition.
Yeah.
So
Hey, we're gonna throw some bumps out. We're champion. Any other questions?
Anything else you want me to have an opinion on today?
For me, so was there any adversity that you faced as a team this year that defined you that fans may not have seen throughout the season?
That reverse sweep in Orlando.
Yeah.
I think that was like the start of it, right?
That was the start, but I think Lane's injury was the hardest one for me, and I think
For all of us.
for the team. I think, and I think when Janice went down tonight, it kind of brought us all back. And I don't want to say like it was hard when Lane went down. I've coached Lane for a long time, and she's tough. And when she went down, I think in that moment, I think we were all really affected, and it took us some time to find our feet again offensively, and our team had to find a way through that, because Lane is also she's part of the leadership group. She's a real leader behind the scenes. So losing her was hard for the team. So when Janice went down for Omaha, and I really hope she's well. I really wish the best for her. I think that brought back a lot of emotions for us, and they went on to win that set, but it put us on the back foot a little bit, because I think it was hard losing Lane, at least for me. Anyways, I know for you guys.
For
as well,
everyone.
but-
Just because of her personality, I swear. She's just not just a great player, but she brings so much that it's not on stats.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it might go unnoticed, but Lane is one of the leaders of this team, and that was really tough for us, for sure.
Lane keeps the team loose. Like,
Yes.
she doesn't take anything too seriously. And I've coached Lane, like I said, for a really long time with Canada. And we've been in some high stakes moments, and she's like, Shannon, we gotta keep it loose. We gotta keep it loose. And that was always her job. So losing her, she's a great volleyball player, and our offense did have to shift drastically without her. People stepped up in big ways, and everyone was open to finding solutions. But that was a really hard moment for us, I thought.
For sure.
Thank you. And then I know there's a lot of pressure, of course, in the championship game. So who would you say was that emotional leader Yeah, that's
I mean, Natty's a leader the whole way. Like she,
thank you.
I was like, I don't know. I was
you're just you.
Yes, truly. And I don't really notice maybe like
I used to coach against Natty when she was
Oh my
playing for
gosh,
Puerto Rico and I
yes.
was coaching Canada. And she would just be fired up. I'm like, seriously, I'm like,
Rowdy.
man, you can never count Puerto Rico out because Natty's on the floor and she's such a competitor. So I
hate
did
Lucy.
feel confidence coming into this, knowing that Natty's there to kind of lead them through all the emotions. I think she's super aware of like the younger athletes and maybe the nerves they're feeling. I always check in with her. I'm like, hey, how are we feeling today? How's the locker room? Like, I'm looking for that temperature check, and she'll let me know how everyone's feeling and maybe give me confidence as a coach as well. Like, sometimes I want to make sure my read's right, and that's Natty. Like, I think just the experience is invaluable.
I mean, I'm just being myself, And I'm just so glad and like very grateful to God that's given me this gift because, and I credit my mom. Like, she was someone that raised me in a way to be aware of my surroundings and to lift people up. And that's just my goal. Every time I step on the court, I want to make everyone around me better. Today, I had a couple people struggling, and I'm like holding their hand and I'm like, what do you need from me? What do you need? I need you. We can't do it without you. And I think Kylie almost cried in a moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are so good, dude. Like, I got you. We got you. What do you need from us? Sophia was like, I will step in and pass this ball for you. I don't know. It's just, there's so much that goes into team sports in different situations. And if you're not aware, you can lose your teammate, And I think that's my superpower.
Before our Thursday game, she messaged me. I'm like, hey, she's like, hey, this player needs this from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's my.
She's like, that's not my forte.
That's not my forte. And she's like, you got this. I'm like, all right. And the amount you have no idea how important it is to have a leader like Natty to just lean on. I think it takes a lot of pressure off a coach. And there's so much trust here, and this is our first season together.
Make me cry.
No, don't cry. No, it's champagne. Champagne. But like we've been like, this is our first year together, and I think that there was just this instant amount of of trust, and I just knew that she was going to pick up where maybe my gaps were, which is really important. Like I said, this was meant to happen.
Yeah.
This was meant to happen.
I'm so grateful for you.
More question. Coach, congratulations on your victory again. You guys haven't just launched professional women's volleyball now, so you've launched to the moon. And a minute ago, you mentioned the environmental. I have never heard Kamerica say it that loud. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you guys to see the Dallas Fort Worth community embrace your team in year one?
That was incredible. To finish a season of year one like that. Like, the win's one thing, but that environment from our first game to the 30th game where we took the championship, that environment will definitely go down as one of my most favorite moments as a coach.
Are you going to celebrate tonight?
No.
How?
Yeah.
You have no idea. Hey.
Need some poses.
Oh yeah. I used to do this to the girls. I'm like in the middle of the game, I'm like, feel the balls, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Team won.
The champions.